We'll call the meeting order at 5:22. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bond?
Here.
Mrs. Dove?
Here.
Mrs. Gay?
Here.
Mrs. Grooms?
Here.
Mrs. Harlow?
Here. Has everyone had an opportunity to look at our meeting minutes? Any corrections or
No.
changes? Hearing none, we'll submit them as we approved them. Straight to business.
Alrighty, good evening. So today, I know right off the bat, Mayor Murphy did sign the 2025 Arbor Day Proclamation. That is a key element in the Tree City USA status. As you know, we do have a Arbor Day event that the Parks and Rec Department puts on, which will be on April 25th. Kelly kind of heads that up with Dia and many of the other Parks and Rec staff, and they do a great job. So I will be there this time, Brent, to be there to help out as needed. So it'll be a last Friday in April, as always. And I'm glad Brent brought up the vision plan too, because regarding Tree City USA, a lot of shading was something that was requested by a lot of the residents in the parks for, especially like bystanders for, say, kids events at the sports fields or people that wanted to sit out in the park. There's more shading and such. So that's something too that you'll notice in those booklets that you got and everything. That I thought was really great for our Tree City status. Moving on to, actually, before I move on, there's the official proclamation right there. So, and moving on to the next item, the 2025 Tree City USA Awards Program. That's going to be down in Wyoming, Ohio. So Brent and I are going to be attending on April 24th. We generally get a photo down there of him and I with, it's usually just like a packet that they hand you of a new sticker you put on the signs and everything. I did have 8 new Tree City USA signs made. I didn't make them, but the streets department made them. Corey Jones over at the streets department. So he's awesome and made 8 signs for us to add to the city. As you know, we're going through a city signage transition. We're changing out all the city signs, and that's going to be something we're going to incorporate in the heavily trafficked areas. So we're going to add the Tree City USA status so that it's known and people know that we are a Tree City, because right now we just have one on 741 that you see when you're heading northbound, and it doesn't really give the vibe that we're a Tree City. So that's something I'm trying to add to the future of the city and everything there. And with that, Brent and I usually get a photo down there, so I figured if it's not too much, Karen, I may need to ask for a little favor. We were going to do a photo with the tree board here as well with the proclamation, just that we can include you in a post and everything, since you're a part of tree board, and you help support us through this and everything. And we want to make sure you're mentioned and shown as part of this process and everything. So right after this meeting, if you don't mind, we'll just do a quick photo and do that. So that's just something I wanted to make sure to include everyone on. And that's all I have on that item. Moving on to other business, the tree article that I provided is about protecting native trees due to the invasive Bradford pear tree. So, as you know, a couple years back, Ohio did put a ban on these in 2023. They do look pretty, but they smell very bad, as you probably know, and they are very invasive. And they actually do more destruction than they do, instead of helping the environment. Just to go over that article real quick, I picked this because spring is generally the time of year that you do tend to start to see them. You'll see them along highways, roadways, forest clearings and such. And it's usually pretty easy to find them in the spring. It's one way to maybe catch one. They're very difficult to remove. And the other issue that they have is that birds will take their seeds and take them somewhere else, and then another one gets planted somehow, and then it spreads from that point on. So if you happen to see one or notice one, especially in the city, please let us know, because that's something that is definitely an invasive species and it does need to be removed to help the environment as well as the well-being of nature and everything. Let's see here. Something that was interesting is that they were once a favorite of the horticultural industry. So they used to be a favorite, and then they became so invasive and everything that Ohio put a ban on them in 2023. And they also tend to crowd out the native trees and shrubs, which is why it is an issue. So it's destroying native plants and trees, which is why we are trying to do all we can as humans here on this earth to try to stop them here in Ohio at least. And I think many other states adopted that as well. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have. Does anyone have any questions at all for me or anything?
I do. What's the difference between the Bradford pear and the Cleveland?
Cleveland pear?
Because I have a
good
big
I
question.
have two.
I have a
two
big one in my
Cleveland.
front yard.
Do you?
I
Of
have
Cleveland.
two.
Well,
And
I
they
know
don't smell. But I have
Yeah.
a pear tree, I don't know what kind it is in the back, but it smells like
They,
cat urine.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Oh,
horrible.
that's those.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
So the main difference between a Bradford pear and a Cleveland pear is the base.
Oh.
With the Bradford pear being a little thinner and the Cleveland pear being a little squat. The Cleveland pear is also smaller in height and
Yes.
spread at maturity. According to Google. There you go.
thank you, Brent. And on top of that, it's only the Bradford and the Callery pear trees that are the ones that are that there is a ban on them. So the Cleveland pear tree does not have any sort of issue or anything like that. So yeah. Yeah. Does anyone else have any questions or anything? All good?
No,
All
thank you.
righty. Well, I'm good on my end, Sylvia. And I guess next meeting will be on June 17th. And that's all I have. Thank you.
We'll adjourn 5:29.
Make sure your email address is on there.